Hi, Dionne.
Hey, Hester.
Right, you are the Dutch representative in our team from the Netherlands. You are. We have the trust that with you and the team, there is a there is a very nice cooperation.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to start joking about it, like, oh no, I'm not cooperative. But
Oh,
yes, I think it really suits me. I think it's a description that fits me. I see myself as cooperative. Uh, yeah, creating the connection, making sure that we are all yeah, flourish. Actually, I would say for me, doing things together really brings out both the what is it? The joy and the qualities of one another.
and is
Yeah,
it also important for you as an IIT to create this togetherness, this cooperation with everyone?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I really like the topic of this IIT, interdependence. I think that is, yeah, life is about interdependence. And in this IIT, we are there together to experience it, to create it, to see what it brings when we have this focus on it, I would say. One of us as individuals in our roles, you as an organizer, me as a trainer, then we have this trainer team, there's the participants and we are all human beings there together creating this space where where we are living.
What comes up with me is that you really walk the talk for me.
What it brings up in me is that it is something that I so value to maybe it's the word integrity comes up, or it's about what is it? Realness, authenticity, and space. So that means that, yeah, I really would like to see who you are and what's happening in you. And oh yeah, there's also things happening in me. And I do recognize when you say that, oh yeah, you can stand still and then look at it. I like reflecting on my own contribution, on what's going on in me, re-establishing connection. So when it's much or I'm triggered, to take the time to really feel and see what's going on in myself. And I'm very yeah, keen, I would say, to hear what's going on for you, because I so much value the connection.
Yes.
And sometimes that works with words, and sometimes that doesn't work with words. So I just want to highlight that as well. It doesn't mean that connection is that we are able to talk with one another and that everything is always smooth and easygoing.
I hear in that you really also value the heritage of Marshall Rosenberg, the nonviolent communication, and that you really integrated it into yourself and use it as in a way that you can live with difficulties when they come up also. Is that
Yeah, and fully enjoying joy as well when it's
okay?
there.
Yeah, yeah,
And when you say this and you bring Marshall in, I'm just thinking, yeah, that's also why I went on the path of becoming an assessor, because that's just for me a way of deepening skills and bringing in more awareness, practicing my own skills in that, but also just really supporting others
yeah,
to practice their skills, to look with compassion
yeah.
to yourself and what's happening.
Is there something specific you would like to bring to this IIT? Do you enjoy working with beginners, for instance, or would you like to deepen things, or both? Do you have an idea about that?
Yeah, definitely. When I just said the word compassion and bringing that in, I immediately thought of both Roberts, Robert Gonzalez and Robert Krishnik. For me, they really inspired me on going with the flow of life and what is it? Nourishing your compassion. So that's something I would like to bring. And I know Mironel is also really inspired by their work. And what I also would like to bring is the dance floors. I'm really inspired by the work of Gina Laurie and Bridget Belgrave. So for me, that's another way of creating this connection with myself or with others. And I can clearly see that being really helpful also for beginners to go with the self-empathy dance, for example. But I can imagine that I bring other dance floors there as well. Maybe the anger dance, or well, the connecting to the beauty of the needs, the transforming the pain dance, which is the work of Robert Gonzalez actually that is integrated in that dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
What I also like is some embodiment, just that you really feel NVC. And having said that, I'd like to focus on the practicalities of it as well. So just practicing skills. So in that sense, that could be beginners, and it could at the same time be people that have deepened their skills already, because it's over and over again also about practicing, finding the words, really finding the quality in myself that I can listen empathically, or that I'm able to express myself honestly, or come with requests. And I think what I would like to focus on mainly is the empathic listening. That's something that is really close to my heart. And yeah, full stop.
Well, that is great to hear. The whole package, actually, because the work of Robert Gonzalez is really deepening in
Yeah.
yourself, looking yourself, and then the dance floors is also for me is embodiment, feel it, and transform.
Yeah.
Transform the triggers to the calmness of the needs and the beauty of the needs, and then the practicing the skills. Yay!
Yeah. Just having your vocabulary ready as well.
Yeah.
Something really, really basic and always necessary, I think.
Yeah, because in daily life, I myself, when I'm triggered, I sort of get a sort of my brain doesn't function anymore, and then I really grab to the skills,
Yeah.
and that it really helps to
Yeah.
keep me not going into a reaction, but to keep me in the connection
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
myself. So the skills really help. One question, I myself, I'm a kind of a sort of a renewer, so I really want to handle the heritage from Marshall Rosenberg with integrity, and at the same time, I'm always searching for why does it work, why doesn't it work? So in honest expression, I experienced that saying the feeling after the observation, most people get a sort of wow. So I'm always experimenting with how can you maybe do it even better. How are you in this? Are you also a renewer, or
I
I have no
really like
idea.
it that
I have
you,
no idea.
yeah,
But
I
I
really,
would like us to play with the model. I would like us to play. Does it work? Why doesn't it work? Does it work for me? Does it work for you? Why doesn't it work, and how can it work? How does that
yeah,
sound to you?
what immediately comes up to me is that the intention is connection.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means that if I'm saying the observation and then the feeling, and I'm seeing that someone is saying, well, what? Okay, then let me just, I would say, swap probably to listen empathically and seeing, hey, what's going on with you? Oh, and it might be that I'm using words that are not really working for you. Okay, I was just trying to really figure out what's going on in you. Can you tell me? So
Yeah.
it's about this. The intention is always connection. And
Yes.
as Marcia would say, it's about talking from the heart. So these four elements are helpful and useful. Certainly what you said, when you are in situations when you're triggered or when there's difficulties and there's a huge conflict, it's very helpful to have clarity on, okay, let's look at the observation. This, okay, what are we feeling? What am I needing?
Yes.
And if I'm in a conversation that is on another level or I'm not triggered, then it's this flow of life. It's talking from the heart. It's the divine energy that Marshall would talk about as well.
Yes.
That's happening in silence, without words. That's
Yeah.
happening in 3 words.
In a
Sometimes
smile.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Yes, the intention is connection, and just see what happens and go with that. And then you also have the clarity of the the. I always have the clarity of the model in my back.
Yeah, yeah. And that's very helpful to
Yeah.
go back to it, to refer to it, or yeah, I do automatically do this because it's sort of a an anchoring
Yeah.
point for me. Like with the dance floors as well, just going through these steps is a very useful way to sort of um, integrate that model in your system. Like
Yeah.
knowing like, oh, these are the elements, and play with it. It's not about it's not about the steps.
Yeah.
It's about the connection.
Yeah.
Connection here and connection. And the steps help. It's a
Yeah.
tool.
Yes. Yes. One last question, actually. When you look at the team and the specific um, experiences and where people come from, um, do you have an idea about what position you want to take in this team? Is there some uniqueness you want to bring into it?
I just want to say, I think there's 2 things.
Yeah.
I'm the Dutch person,
Yeah.
so that's my unique point, bringing the connection with the community. That's also why I said immediately when I heard that the IIT was organized in the Netherlands, I thought I want to be there.
Yeah.
Just want to, from my role as assessor as well, want to connect with the community, and I really love connection and being together. So that's one of my things. And the other thing is, I think, like you said in the beginning, just to work together, to keep the focus on that. And with us coming from different backgrounds, bringing in different skills, bringing in different ways of looking at things. Yeah, I really enjoy that. And I think that's what I'm good at, just making sure that we can all show up
Yeah.
with the qualities that we have, including all participants as well. I just really want to highlight that it's something that we build together. And yes, we have a role, you as an organizer and we as a trainers team, to hold the space. And I'm just really curious to see what will pop up and in each and every one of us. And I'm looking forward to some dancing on an evening as well. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another thing that might pop up. You might have been thinking of something else, but I thought,
Now, I
yeah.
would like to end every community meeting in the afternoon with music. People can dance for about 10, 15 minutes before they go to bed.
Mm, hooray.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
I have to
And
discuss it with the other organizers.
yeah, and as long, and I'm pretty sure that will happen, that there's space for people to walk out and do their own thing and go into quietness or reflections or whatever. I would be very happy if there is a space where there's this way of expressing or enjoying,
Yeah,
like
yes.
connecting. Yeah.
Well, speaking to you, Dionne, really makes me longing for this IIT in January, and we're heading towards it. It's about 2 months and then it will happen. So when I speak to you, I really enjoy your enthusiasm and inspiration, and I'm really looking forward to have it happen.
And I can feel the joy of the IIT just really being in my body. It's been with me over the last couple of months. So I'm just, yeah, really looking forward to it.